Now, former Hawks head Ntlemeza joins us live from Pretoria. Mr. Ntlemeza, a very good morning to you. A lot of confusion among South Africans at this point. You say that there is no order saying that you have lost that appeal, or at least your application of condonation.
Thanks very much, and I want to greet everybody in our beloved country. Firstly, I welcome this interview. Myself, I'm a very disciplined general and very honest and loyal to this country of ours, of our forefathers and grandfathers. The reason as to why, after keeping quiet for so long, from March, that I decided to come here and also to inform the nation, the whole country, of what is happening now. Something that has forced me today to tell the country what is happening. What is happening is the issue of the alleged court order that the Minister of Police, my Honorable Minister of Police, Fikile Mbalula, received on the 15th or before the 15th. The court order that I did not even receive. My legal team from Tuesday, they've been going up and down to the Supreme Court of Appeal, trying to trace the so-called court order that has dismissed my application for leave to appeal. So this situation is frustrating my legal team, and is also frustrating the legal system as a whole, because it's only my Honorable Minister who has got a court order. My Honorable Minister, who's not even an applicant in this matter, who's not even a respondent or a party thereof in this matter, is very funny. Myself, as a general, because I hate this thing to say former, I'm not former. I'm coming to that. I had heard over the media that there's a court order. Then immediately I called my legal team. They said, no, it's funny, because when from court they're going to announce, by law, they must inform the correspondence attorney, so that he or she must immediately go to court and collect the document. So in this matter, Mr. Batlegas, who's dealing with my matter in Bloemfontein, never received, unless he's going to receive it on a Friday after another Friday. The Honorable Minister of Police, Honorable Fikile Mbalula, received a court order, and without even having that courtesy of calling me or informing his legal team to inform my legal team, he went to the media, and it was just Hollywood style there, that Ntlemeza is no longer here, and I'm demoting Ntlemeza. Is no longer a lieutenant general, is a major general. I was so surprised, because yes, I'm having an issue, and my matter is before the court of laws of this country that I respect too much. But now the minister, instead of coming to the employee as an employer of mine, is going to the media. And I want to put it clear, it's not for the first time. The people of this country, they know. He has been victimizing me in the media, saying a lot of things that a minister, according to me, if I was a minister, I was not going to say.
Now,
He
Mr.
has
Ntlemeza,
said a lot of things about me in the media, but this one frustrated me to come clear to say to the people of this country, myself, I did not retire myself. I'm still active in the police service, and also I'm still active as the head of the Hawks because my matter is before court. Until such time, the court says, Ntlemeza, everything is final for you. I'm saying I'm so frustrated as a general of this country, something which is uncalled for. How can a general of this country can be frustrated? A person who's supposed to be applying the laws of this country.
but you
There's
haven't
something
been
wrong.
reporting for
How
work.
can the Minister of Police...
Mr. Ntlemeza?
You know, Mos, when my lawyer said I did not report on duty, I'm still sitting at home because the Minister of Police, Honorable Fikile Mbalula, said within 24 hours I must vacate the office, overlooking Section 17DA. I repeat, overlooking 17DA of Chapter 6 of the Police Act, where it is said the national head of the Hawks will be removed from office if there's a misconduct or there is non-performance or incapacity. So now, let me put it like this. Let's say, as it happened, the court set aside my appointment. But instead, my minister is dealing with the processes, is going to the media, is sending people to deliver letters to me, and is saying I must move away from the office because is complying with a court order. How can a minister can just, I'm complying with the court order, without taking this section? Because the minister, according to me, was supposed to say the community of South Africa. General Ntlemeza's appointment is set aside because his appointment was not according to the procedure. He's supposed to write a letter to the parliament to say the appointment of General Ntlemeza has been declared by the court invalid. Therefore, I want inquiry so that I deal with this misconduct that Ntlemeza has committed according to the court. And then the parliament will start inquiry. After starting inquiry, will inform the Honorable Minister Mbalula to suspend me officially and I move from the office. Then the inquiry will be completed whereby the people of South Africa, you must listen carefully, honorable people of this country of mine that I love. I will be given opportunity in that inquiry to give the side of my story.
Well, let's talk about the
That
side of your
is
story,
stipulated
Mr.
by the
Ntlemeza.
law.
Let's talk about the side of your story. Let's
Yes.
talk about the side of your story. I want to take you back to 2015, where everything starts. You were essentially labeled a liar by South Africa's courts. To be exact, in 2015, Judge Elias said that you were dishonest, you lacked integrity, and you misled the courts in terms of that matter with Shadrack Sibiya. Did you mislead the courts?
I want to tell the people of this country, I never lied in court. What is happening? There was a misunderstanding between my counselor, that is my legal team, and the office of the Honorable Judge Mthonjane about the date of my case. There was a big thing that I will explain during the inquiry, or it will be explained in a court of law. If my legal team is given opportunity, no matter it's in the Constitutional Court. Because after this misunderstanding between these two, the Honorable Judge Mtonjana became very angry. He was so angry, Honorable Judge Mtonjana. When the case started, he started to hammer and hammer. And as a result, he made certain pronouncement that, no, when I was suspending General Spear, I was biased, of which is false. I never be biased. I did exactly what was expected of me as a commander of General Spear, who was before the court of law. So now, the issue I want to repeat, I never lied in court myself. I never be given opportunity to explain my position up to date. Up to date, Judge Tedin in court even overlooked that thing, those remarks of the Honorable Judge Mtonjana, overlooked and dismissed the application. I don't know what happened after that, but the matter is still subject to care. I request you, let's not deal with this, because it's going to compromise my case, it's going to compromise the world justice of South Africa, because the road is long. I'm still going forward.
Mm-hmm. No, certainly the road has been long for you.
I never lied.
You never lied.
Sorry?
And then let's talk about, yes, I'm conceding, or at least saying, agreeing with you that the road has been long in terms of your legal woes. But then if we have to talk about the utterances of the police minister, you say that you feel abused and victimized by the police minister. I know that in his statement, he went on to talk about him now wanting the police force to move forward. He doesn't want perhaps to be people of so-and-so, talking about some sort of cabals. Were you part of starting cabals where there were people of General Ntlemeza in the days and people of so-and-so? Were you part of such?
What is that?
What he was talking about is that there were groupings. Mr. Mbalula, the minister, spoke about him at least pleading with the force to say going forward we no longer want there to be certain groupings, a group that perhaps is for or sympathizes with General Ntlemeza, another group that sympathizes with so-and-so. Were you part of these groupings? Did you perhaps start these groupings or what he calls cabals?
Can I come clear? Honorable Minister Mbalula is always talking, is always making statements about me, is always convening press conferences. Myself, I never be part, and I'll never be part and parcel of any plot in this country. Hence, I was so happy when Minister Mbalula said has taken the so-called Operation Wonder to the Inspector General. I'm waiting for the result for that. I want that thing to be investigated because myself, I never even spoke to Pahlane. I never even spoke to Mdluli. It was news for me. So when he put me at home, he's putting stone day by day on me. And I want that to say, myself, I'm a very disciplined officer. I comply. And Minister Mbalula knows that because I know him long time ago. He knows me that I'm dedicated to my work and I hate crime and I'm loyal to this country. I don't know what's wrong with him. Because the reason why I'm saying this, on the day he started in the office, before he could sit on his chair, he said, I'm coming for Ntlemeza. Ntlemeza, you must know, I'm coming for you. Hey, my daughter, why my honorable minister is coming for me? A person who appointed me, a person who advertised a post as a minister, and I submitted my application, and I was called in Parliament, and he appointed me. And now, he's changing now. He's saying, no, I'm appointed by the court order. But it's the one who appointed. Isn't it if I was appointed by Minister Ntleko and he came in, it's him who appointed me. And he's changing now to assisting. I want to put it clear. Minister Mbalula is assisting Helen Suzman Foundation and Freedom Under Law.
All right.
The day he took me, he chased me from the office. Outside my offices, there was a big protest outside my office. And Minister Mbalula was telling the country, Ntlemeza must go. And even those people I'm not going to mention outside, they were saying, Ntlemeza must go, Ntlemeza must go. It means my minister who appointed me is changing now to say, no, I made a wrong decision to appoint Ntlemeza. I want to tell the people of this country, Ntlemeza is well qualified. Ntlemeza is disciplined. Ntlemeza does not have any misconduct. Ntlemeza does not have any criminal case that he has been charged of. Unless there's some directive that are being done clandestine to cook something against me. Anyway, those so-called cooked plot being directed by those individuals, I'm not going to mention, those one will not form part of this, because the issue between me and Helen Suzman is about this appointment. I was appointed by the Minister Mbalula. How can a minister appoint a person and change it to say, I'm assisting Helen Suzman and Freedom Under Law? A minister who's supposed to make sure that, okay, General Ntlemeza's appointment is set aside. Therefore, Parliament Chair, please institute inquiry. And then myself as Minister Mbalula, I'm going to suspend him so that he must go home and wait. And then Ntlemeza with his legal team will come. But I wanted to put it straight. There's no misconduct that I committed. Even the Parliament is in a tight situation. The Parliament. Because the Parliament must deal with the process. Coming to this so-called demotion of being a Major General.
Yes.
That one, myself, I don't want even to entertain it. I don't want even to entertain, because it would mean, if I'm entertaining it, it would mean all the people I promoted in the DPCI, all those people must be demoted because they were appointed by a wrong person.
Now, Mr.
So
Ntlemeza,
I don't want even to entertain.
Mr. Ntlemeza, it certainly has been a long legal journey for you, legal battles and numerous appeals that you've lost. Would you ever consider, though, to say, I'm hanging my coat, and as the minister has said that there's a retirement option there for you, would you want to retire, or you want to set the record straight and see this to the finish?
You know what? When the Minister of Police this week said is terminating my service, is demoting me, is going to close my salary, the people of South Africa must know that I'm given only 8 days up to next week. If those forms are not completed by the 30th, my salary is going to be closed, and my family is going to be a disaster. I'm not going to pay everything, even the house, even the cars I'm having, I'm not going to pay. That alone is tantamount to what? Is tantamount to constructive dismissal. Because viewers and listeners of this country, when a person is going to go on pension, is given at least 3 months so that he must complete those forms. And also to deal with the medical what you call issues, forms. But me, I'm given only 8 days or 9 days to complete those forms, because what he wants is to close my salary so that my kids must die. After I work 42 years in this country. So now I'm asking Minister Mbalula, because he does not want to talk to me. He's talking to the media always. I don't know what is the policy in this country that a person can talk to the media when he's talking to his employee. That thing is not good. And it's causing now that Helen Suzman and Freedom Under Law, they are swimming now in the sea. They say, yeah, the minister is assisting us. That is wrong.
Mr. Ntlemeza.
We are dedicated and devoted in this country. Yes.
No, Mr. Ntlemeza, thank you very much for joining us on Morning Prime and setting the record straight in terms of where you stand on that Supreme Court of Appeal that was dismissed, at least what the minister revealed to the nation. But thank you very much for joining us this morning.